If you've ever wanted to see the internet, this is the internet.
Hey everyone, it's Brenda Stoller, your Mashable's tech reporter, and today we're here at an undisclosed location somewhere in New Jersey, checking out AT&T's Network Disaster Recovery Warehouse. We're getting an inside look into all the different technologies AT&T uses to restore communication services during natural and man-made disasters.
The center that you're in today is one of our warehouse locations that's part of our National Disaster Recovery Program. Our mission is to help recover any service within AT&T across wireline and wireless services. So this location supports both our internal disaster recovery needs plus our FirstNet needs, which started in 2017, focused at providing emergency communication services to police, fire, EMS, FEMA, ensuring that even though there's congestion in the AT&T commercial network, that we have the ability to support public safety for them to complete their missions.
For me, one of the most compelling experiences that I've had was Hurricane Harvey, driving through Houston and just seeing the houses and the piles of debris in front of those houses. Everything somebody owns that can get waterlogged was kind of piled up in front of their house. Imagine you going home and just throwing everything out that you own. Seeing that kind of devastation really sticks with you.
When we went into Puerto Rico after Hurricane Maria, it was absolutely devastated. They still hadn't cleared off the roads. There was no power. There was no water. People didn't have enough to eat. They were waiting in lines overnight just to get gasoline. But when we would come in to set equipment up, if there was anything that we needed, people would have literally given us the shirt off their backs to be able to help us. They were just so happy that somebody was there to help them restore service so they could communicate back with their families. What we're going to talk about now in the area that we're in is more on the wireless restoration side of the house. And think of this more as what we do on a day-to-day basis from a natural disaster type recovery scenario. Hurricane Michael goes in, it hits the Florida Panhandle and decimates Panama City, Mexico Beach area. The satellite Colts, or Sat Colts as we call them, mobile command truck, and any other number of emergency communication vehicles are what we're going to roll in to our base camp that we determine or set up in that particular area. And then we're going to dispatch them out to the most impacted areas to do individual restorations as we need to.
This is the internet. If you think about all your houses and you're all going through Comcast and Xfinity and all those things, and they all go someplace, some big hub, this is what a hub might look like. So this is what we would call a CRS router. So what you see here is multiple, what we would call bays of the equipment. Basically, this is all one giant router. When these are operating, each one of these is 400 gigabits. And we've got about 800 of those coming in. This trailer is designed to recover a hub if something catastrophic happens. So something big, huge earthquake, hurricane, some kind of terrible event happens and affects service, we can roll trailers like this in and quickly restore those hubs, even if the entire place is destroyed.
Do you have to essentially wait until that central hub goes down?
So we are always ready. So there is no, hey, we've got to ramp up because we know something bad happens or a hurricane's coming. We are always ready. So if you told me right now that this trailer has to go, maybe within 20, 30 minutes, I could have it shut down, packed, and we'd be scheduling truckers to come. So what we're in now, this is what we call tool and supply. So this has everything from a nail and a hammer to a welding unit, to leaf blowers, to shovels, to drill presses, to saws, you name it, we have it in here. If we need it, it's pretty much going to be in here. Typically, hardware stores, retail places are closed after a large disaster. We bring our own tools and all our own support gear so that we don't need to tax the local resources.
This is one of our new communications vehicles. This is one of our next innovations. This will be there at staging for the Super Bowl. This will be our response into the hurricanes. Instead of taking all this equipment, put it in a Tahoe and go, this whole vehicle goes. It's got a restroom, it has a place to sleep, it's got power, it's got water. FirstNet was built with and for first responders, meeting their needs for the future. Not saying that we built the network and that's all we're doing. We are constantly evolving to support them in the field, and that's what this vehicle is really all about.
At the same time, there's technology advances. We've invested over $650 million into the NDR program. So do we need a new helicopter type of an asset? Do we need an amphibious vehicle type of asset? So we're constantly looking at that. The one thing that makes this job unique, it's similar to police and fire and EMS, where they're directly impacting the public. We have a very similar type of impact. So if we're responding to Hurricane Michael, as an example, in the Gulf, and there's no communication capability for miles and miles, and people are stranded or don't have the ability to contact their loved ones, it's really, really important for us to get there as soon as possible and turn up communication services. And that's probably one of the key areas that we feel good about, making sure that we have an impact to the community that's been impacted.
Clearly the job is not for everybody in terms of getting out there, putting in the long hours and working through those conditions. But for those of us that work together all the time, literally most people will tell you it's the best job that they've ever had. The camaraderie of the team that goes in on the ground. You know, there are folks that I've met on this team that I've worked with on countless storms, and we would help each other out with anything that we needed to help out. So you really get a sense of belonging when you're here working with your peers.
One of the things I'm most proud of is knowing that we're always ready. Because we practice so much, because we've done this for real so many times, I sleep well at night because I know if something bad happens, we're ready to go.
And it's going to kill me to leave. I've been doing this so long, but you know, it's time to go. You know, when you got gray hairs, it's time to go.